Okay, people, you know what's going on. Here is the winch we're going to install. It's all laid out on this table here. Everything you need. So this is all that came in the box here, and you've probably already seen my unboxing video. If you haven't, go look at it. It'll show you how it's packed in there and what's in the box. But anyways, this is all of it splayed out on the table. So for the install that we're going to be doing, you basically only need all of this on this side of the table, because this is if you're going to move the top piece here over to a different location. So there's like a mounting bracket and all the little pieces and wires to move it to a different location if it won't fit where your bumper goes. So this is where all the other stuff can come into play. You got the hook, you got your whatever that one is, lead, and then your Fairlead, and then this is the bolts to attach it to the bumper, and then your positive and negative wire. It already has the main positive one right here coming out the back, and then this is the wire and your remote, and it has your instruction manual, and then this is for the synthetic rope whenever you go trailing and off-roading. But this is all you got, and I'm gonna attempt to put this in here, this here, over there, inside of this, just to make my Jeep awesome. But that's what I'm gonna do. So first things first, let's see now. Let's go over here and attach some wires together. I flipped it over for you guys just so you guys can see better. But the wires we're gonna connect real quick are these ground wires. The wire coming from the main control box, the little one here, down to this the ground bolt, and then as well as the main ground to your battery is gonna go right here as well. So we're gonna tighten those up in 1, 2, 3, like that. Now it's all tightened up good, nice and solid. So we got the ground wire attached. Now let's move on to our Fairlead. Just walk she over here. Now let's attach this thing with our bag of bolts. We'll grab 2 of those out of the 2 big ones, and we'll attach it right onto the bumper here. So let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kaboom! There we go. It's all connected, all tight. Awesome! It looks awesome. Now let's see. Let's move over here, people. On to the next thing. So I think the next thing we're going to do is put this thing inside the winch plate. Well, inside the bumper here. But before we do that, you gotta there's these nuts. So to be able to cinch it down onto the bumper itself, there is this nut, and they're square, so you can fit them down here, and there's a slot for them. I don't know if you can see it. Down here, let me get the camera angle. So there's a slot right here, and then you get your nut and slip it inside here. That way, when you go to put in a bolt, it just tightens up on itself inside of that bracket. Okay, let's put this thing inside the bumper here, and then make sure we put all those little square things in each of the 4 corners, 4 nuts in the 4 corners. That way, we can set it on down there, and then we can just put the bolts up from underneath. So let's do that real quick. Okay, now let's put it in place. Now let's go under here, underneath this contraption. And here are the 4 holes on each thing. So now let's grab a bolt here and slide it on up. Hopefully it fits. Get it on up there. Just kind of half screw it in. And now we'll move to the next one here. Screw that baby in temporarily, and then we'll be able to tighten them up. Get this one here. There we go. Now last one. There we go. Now let's quickly tighten this up. Okay, now that we got all those tightened up, we can move back down to wires. So I threaded all the wires up through the engine. The hardest part was making sure they didn't get melted in a spot where they'd get melted or not. But I wound them all up, got them up to here. That way we can attach them to the battery. But to be a little more complicated, we're gonna wire in this on and off switch. That way we can turn off the power directly. That way we don't have constant power to it. I don't know, it's an extra safety. So I'm actually just gonna quickly do that for you guys, and then I'll show you what I did, and we'll go from there. There she is, all tightened up. Got it wired into the thing here, and it comes out the other side, loops around, and goes into the winch down there. And so they're all connected to the battery, the positive and the negative here. So it's all connected, everything. So all the electrical's done. It loops down, back up into there. I went ahead and put the hook on, just because I felt like it. So yeah, we're basically done. This is all done. Everything is done. I don't think there's anything else. So that's how it looks on the Jeep. I like how it fills it out. It definitely, between the bumper, the winch, and the lights, it definitely changes the whole look of this front of the car. But anyways, now with everything working, let's test it out a little bit. So let's see now. We have to go turn on the power. Here we go. So that's on. And let's see. I was already messing around just a little bit. So we'll switch it to wireless, because I know it does wireless. Let's free spool it out just a little bit. There we go. Now we'll grab our remote here. Turn it on by pushing the button for like 3 seconds. The red light comes on. Awesome. And now we will turn this to engage. Here. Come on. There we go. Being a little picky now. There we go. Just has to reach this nice sweet spot. So it's engaged now. So there's a hook. So let's wheel it in. There we go. And that's how you put it in. A little dusty from the rocks, but there we go. That's how it works. So I did that wireless, nothing attached. This thing, remote looks awesome. And the cool thing is, it has a magnetic thing on it, so you can stick it to your bumper, your car, anywhere you want. So that's kind of a cool feature. And then it has the wire right here, and it's a fairly long cord. So that works as well, if for some reason you don't want to do wireless. But overall, it's an awesome thing. Awesome little winch. I'm so far impressed with it. So far, until it breaks. But anyways, let's go test it out on a hill and see how it does pulling this thing. So yeah, let's go try it out, guys. Okay, I have my winch attached all the way up there to that tree up there. So I'm gonna try and pull up this hill. It's steeper than it looks, but I have my remote here. It's on. Nice and on. Now let's see how it does, eh? So let's pull it in. It's rolling. And that's all the winch doing it. So I'll stop. So it's not moving at all. So it's purely the winch doing it. So far, it looks pretty good. So if it's stuck, it's definitely gonna move it. As you can see, it's already at an angle. Already. It's a fairly steep hill. This is level, the phone. So, yeah. So I just think as much as I need to do right now. So, let's let this thing back out and see how it does. So, out. Let's watch it. So far, so good. Well, it's doing just the same as it going back up. So I'm really impressed with this thing. I've never had a winch before, and this thing's doing awesome. So, I think that's enough for the testing. Let's go with the ending clip for you guys, just so I can say the usual stuff. Okay, fellas, this is the ending thing. So far, I'm really impressed with this thing, as you guys saw in the testing video. I could have tested it out harder, but I was running out of time, it was getting late, and it's super smoky out because of all these fires that we're having here in Oregon. Anyways, never mind that. This thing is an awesome piece of machinery. I'm super impressed. I love these winches. I've never had a winch before, but so far I'm impressed. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe, all the usual stuff. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers, so each subscriber counts. So thank you so much if you do. Anyways, definitely recommend this thing. You can get it at the Harbor Freight. You just use that 20% coupon, and you can get it cheaper. Anyways, thanks for watching Freezing Off-Road, and we'll see you in another video, guys. See ya!